back to my channel. In today's video, first of all, if you're watching this live, like right when it drops at 4 p.m. on Saturday, May 22nd, 2021, we will be getting married at that exact time. So if you're watching this right when it is published, then you're watching it while we get married. Pretty cool. Okay, so in today's video, I have my fiance here, Jake, and we're gonna do a Q&A. I asked you guys on my Instagram, if you are not following me over there yet, go ahead and follow me. I'm doing a coffee chat once a month, and that's how I get my questions or my topics. So you guys helped me make this video, so thank you so much. I wanted you guys just to ask us a couple questions, and we're getting married. Okay, so just a little background on Jake. So this is my fiance, Jake. We've been dating maybe like 4 years. I really don't know. Not in that way. I just don't know because it's not something I like remember or care to know. Like, I don't know, like dating 4 years, I don't know. I think so. Since September like 2016, so sure. Almost 4 years. And something unique about us is we were supposed to get married last year, but we had to push everything to 2021 because of the pandemic. So now we're finally here. We are filming this a week out, and how do you feel right now?
Ready to get the show on the road.
Nice. Good. I know, I'm excited, and I just kind of want my normal life back. So I'm excited to like get a move on. You know what, I will say, even though we had to move our wedding forward, oddly enough, everything just worked out so well. Like, it almost was so much better that we had to push a year, you know. It's like you take it less for granted, and I think that's the whole theme through this pandemic, is taking things or just being more grateful for the everyday life that you have. I want to see if there's any more background knowledge about us. Oh, there was another question. What does your husband or fiance do for work? So, do you want to answer that?
Collect unemployment.
Jake, he's joking, but not really. Okay, anyway, so no, so Jake was in the military for 4 years, and then he was trying to figure out like what he wanted to do in civilian life, and that was a loud crack. So he went to school for EMT, became an EMT.
Why are you answering?
Sorry, it's just because I'm trying to cut to the chase.
Yeah, I went to school, I was an EMT for like 2 years, then I was over it, and then I went into demolition for the last year.
In the labor's union.
And that's just temporary, but
yeah,
that's what I do.
So the joke about the unemployment is because I don't know if you guys are familiar with construction, but Jake has been off not working for a month and a half, and that's just how construction is sometimes, and that's why this job's temporary. But we're moving, like we're in the process, I'm in the process of finding a job. We're gonna move wherever I find my teaching job, and then Jake's gonna go to a school, like a nearby school. And what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna study physical therapy, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm just waiting for this wedding to get over with, and then find where we're gonna live, and then I can apply to schools, and then I'll be set in motion. So
yes, and then
kind of a lot of waiting this last couple months.
Yes, lots of waiting, and because like Jake wants to try to work in a gym, so and they haven't really been open where we're at. We're in Southern California, and well, right now we're in LA County, so nothing has been opened for a very long time. So there's no way he's gonna go apply for a gym when there's not gyms open, really. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, let's just get into the questions. So the first question says, how hard was it to plan a wedding during COVID? So I pretty much did all the planning. That's just because Jake's gonna help with all the heavy lifting. I'm not. And so that's Jake's job in the wedding planning. But the wedding planning really hasn't been bad at all. Like the wedding planning, actually, I'm not really stressed out about at all. I haven't been. And it's just because I have so much help. So my mom's been doing awesome. I'm really more laxed about things like this. Like, I just know no matter what, no matter what food we're having, no matter what kind of wine I'm buying or we're drinking, it's gonna be a great day and it's gonna be an awesome, awesome time for everyone, hopefully. Like, that's what we want. So to me, I'm not stressed out about really anything. I'm just like, okay, cool, like, this is good, that works. And that's where I'm at. I picked out my wedding dress in 30 minutes. And I said I only want to look at clearance only. And I looked at clearance only and I found my wedding dress in 30 minutes. Because I just don't dwell on little detailed like things. Because everything's gonna be really great and fine. So okay, Jake, how do you think what the planning went?
I think it went pretty smoothly.
Smoothly?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Nothing too crazy happened, so.
No. And even though we had to postpone, it wasn't that hard of like a transition to do it because I just jumped on it. I was like, I'm moving it to May. It was supposed to be June, moved it to May 2021, and I was just like, thank you so much for asking that question. Next question. How long were you and your fiance dating before he popped the question? You can answer that, Jake.
I think it's 3 years.
Oh yeah, see, it's funny because he asked me almost 2 years ago. It was like 3 years. It was over 3 years. It was probably 3.5 years. No, I think it was almost 3 years. I think it was almost 3 years. Again.
2016 we started dating? Mm-hmm. So
3 years.
2019.
Yep, 3 years.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking that question. Next question. How did you know he was your person? Well, oh, I forgot to mention, if you're watching this far, I also have a podcast episode coming out, and I talk about how I literally, I'm gonna use the word manifested, I manifested him. And I said, I know that sounds kind of scary and weird, but it's really not. It's just I literally held high expectations through my whole dating journey, and I got exactly what I wanted. So that's what I mean by that. So I have that on my podcast, like literally like just going more in depth. If you're not following me over there or subscribed over there, all streaming services, link down below. How did I know he was my person? Again, like he just fit literally everything to a T. I don't know, like I literally just chose things that I like in a man and I got all of them. How did you know I was your person? Actually, I think the first time I realized Jake was my person was because, so we met, we technically went to high school together. I never really talked to him. We didn't really talk to each other. But after high school, like 4, maybe 3 years after high school, he messaged me on Facebook because he was deployed in the Navy, and he just randomly messaged me on Facebook. And I always told myself, like, I never like texted guys first. I was just like, if you want to talk to me, then you can come talk to me kind of attitude, like feeling like I'm not, whatever. And I always wanted a guy to be able to like message me or talk to me first. So that was number one. And then number two, we would like write like messaging on Facebook, and we would write like multiple paragraphs back to each other because he could only have his phone one time a day or the computer one time a day when he was deployed. So we literally, it was like we're playing, like, to me it was like we're writing letters back and forth, but it was all digital. That's when that's when I personally knew. And then Jake said something really cute about coffee, and he was just like, yeah, so, because I would always say like, hey, like, how's your day, you know, you're deployed, like, what'd you do? He would message and he would write really in-depth like paragraphs, and he's like, yeah, I had coffee, 3 sugars, like 2 creams. I don't know, I just really like that, the detail of the writing. How did you know?
I mean, I always kind of had a feeling, but...
What, with me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was like, I'm more cautious, I guess. Just had to make sure.
Oh, okay.
So then I had like those 3 like near-death experiences in like a week, and after those I was like, oh, it's time.
Isn't that weird? He got in like 2 car accidents in a week that weren't his fault. And then what was the other thing?
No, I got rear-ended at work. I fell asleep at the wheel coming home from school, and I popped my tire. And then the 3rd one...
Oh, you had a dream.
Oh yeah, I had a dream. Well, okay, 2 near-death experiences, and it was a dream about me and Bree getting married. So that was like 3 signs, and like 3 is like a lucky number, I think. So.
Or it's just like, do it.
Yeah, it was
do
just
it.
pushing me.
Holy crud, man, how funny. Thank you for asking that question. The next question says, how did the pandemic affect your relationship? Well, I think the pandemic helped my relationship like tenfold. Like it made it so much better because I was the one in the low point. He was doing good. Like he was being really mentally strong. I was not. So he helped me. And he actually introduced me to read. So you literally changed my life because you told me I should read and I listened to you. Thank you. How do you think it helped or changed?
We got to spend a lot more time together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just proved that if we could get through like lockdown and all that stuff together, then it'd be pretty hard to like, you know, split us up. So I think it just made us stronger.
Yeah. And I rarely get annoyed with him. It's very rarely. Maybe it'll change, I don't know. Okay. Thank you for asking that question. Where did you two meet? In high school, technically, and then reconnected after. How long until you lived together? So we lived together after he proposed, so 3.5 years. Mm-hmm. What's your proposal story? Okay, I'm just gonna say it really quick. Reader's Digest, if that's okay. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Okay, so we're driving to his parents' house in Arizona. It was Memorial Day weekend. They live in like Laughlin. We're going over, and we stopped to get gas, and Jake was pumping the gas and I was sitting in the front seat eating, and then he just opened the door and I was like like, hey, and then he kissed me and was just staring into my soul, and I was like, what are you doing? So then he dropped down on his knee and proposed to me, and I was like, what the I had no idea it was gonna happen. I had 0 idea it was gonna happen. And then I was like, get off your knee, because I didn't want like random people in my memory of being proposed to. I don't know. I was just like, I just did not want attention on me like that. Like, that is not my thing, to get all that attention over someone being like, congratulations, you're proposed. I just didn't want it in front of people. I just wanted to be just me and him. And yeah, that's what happened, and it shook me. I was so surprised. But my favorite thing about my ring was he literally went with his family to pick it out. Mm-hmm. Both his sisters and his brother-in-laws. Mm-hmm. All of them. And thank you if you're watching this. It's a beautiful ring. Great job. Okay, thank you, Jake. Thank you for asking that question. Okay, we have 2 more questions. Oh no, we have 3, like 4. We have a couple more questions. Budget-friendly ideas for a big wedding? You can answer it.
You don't have to do all like the little tiny things that people tell you have to do. And it's your wedding, so really, if you want to save money, then do it like we did. And but our wedding's gonna be awesome, so mm-hmm. But we definitely like didn't like spend any crazy amount, and it's just like little tiny things, like I don't know, like silverware and dishes and
right, like we did
stuff like that.
Yeah, we did all plastic. We're doing a taco truck because to us our main thing is dancing and family, or not the main, like the things that matter to us is like the environment. So with the dancing, with the food, with the alcohol, that's like what we cared about. And we just wanted everyone together. Like we just wanted all our family together, all of our friends all together. That's all we cared about. So that made it easier, because we're just like, I don't care about I don't even know what like is something yeah, don't care. We got sheet cake, and I got like a cute couple tiered cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes. It was only 75 bucks. It's cute, so it's gonna be our cake, and then everyone else is gonna get sheet cake, and we're doing a dessert table.
Yeah.
All provided from Costco. So I would definitely just, everyone's gonna have a great time. And yeah, that's all it is. It's all about the atmosphere and the party for us. Thanks for asking that question, and thanks for answering it. How do you deal with stress of teaching and wedding planning? You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Since it's been the pandemic, I've really gone to chill out. But I'm not really stressed about the wedding planning. I haven't been because like I just know everything's gonna be great. Like I literally am just like, that's good, that's good, that's good. And then teaching is like I just separated out because I don't know, this year's weird and I technically had 2 years to plan a wedding, so I just don't attach stress to it. It's not supposed to be stressful. Like to me, it wasn't stressful because I didn't want it to be stressful. So thanks for asking that question. Big or small wedding? So we're having like 160 people there at our wedding. And it's mostly like family because I have a very large family. Jake has a pretty good sized family. And then our friends. So 160, but I could not imagine like 200. That's a lot. Like the alcohol I'm buying for 160 people. I just can't imagine having like over 200 people. That's crazy to me. But I would say medium, I guess. Medium.
That's pretty big.
You would? I really don't know. Because a lot of people I talked to say they had over 200 people. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, last question. Okay, I'll let you answer this one. Never go to bed angry or sleep on it and solve in the morning.
Depends.
On?
You gotta wake up in 4 hours. You gotta wake up and it's already late, then just sleep on it. But if you got time, then just don't go to bed angry.
I would agree.
Because then you're just gonna be all angry and then tired and the
Right.
next day, so
Right.
better to get some sleep. But if you got 9 hours so you have to wake up for work in the morning, then yeah, fix it then and there.
I agree, Jake. Well, you guys, thank you so much for asking us these questions. I had a great time. How did you have? What kind of time did you have?
Fitbit.
What the hell does that mean?
That's what kind of time I have.
Okay. Okay. I was like, oh, is it gonna check your happiness levels?
Nah, it's fun.
Oh, okay, good. I had fun. Okay, that's it. Thanks, baby.
Yep.